Hi, this is Anil from Learning Lad with a video tutorial on C programming. So in this tutorial we're gonna see the register storage class in C. So I'm gonna explain how to use this register storage class and where the variable with the register storage class will be stored, what's gonna be the initial value, what's gonna be the scope of the variable. So now we're gonna start writing our program. The register storage class is used to store the variables which are very frequently used in your program. For example, while looping, you need to use some variables repeatedly. So at that time, you can store that variable in the register. It means CPU registers, so that the access time required to access that variable will be less and your program will be fast. Okay, now to use this register storage class, you need to use the keyword register first and then the variable. So here I'm gonna write register int x. So this variable x is gonna be stored in the CPU register. So the default value of this variable x, which is of register storage class, will be a garbage value, and the scope is local to the block in which it is defined. In the last tutorial, I have explained about the blocks. So here I'm gonna make a code block using the curly braces. So you can see here, this is a code block, and once we define this variable, with the register storage class inside a block, code block, that variable will be available only within that block. So the next thing is what's going to be the life of that variable with the register storage class. This variable is going to exist till the control remains within this block. So once the control comes out of this block, this variable will not be existing. And the next thing is the CPU registers are in the limited number. So if you are gonna create too many variables, let's say 20 or 30 variables with a register storage class, let's say that let's assume that there are only 10 registers available in the CPU, then the 10 variables will be stored in the CPU register, and the remaining variables, because the CPU registers are not available, will be stored in the stack. So always use the variables which are repeatedly used in your programs with the register storage class. So here I'm gonna use a printf statement to see what's gonna be the default initial value. So I'm gonna use %d and I'm gonna refer the variable x. So execute, compile and run. Can see here some garbage value, and also this variable is local to the block where it is been defined. So if I refer that variable outside the block, it should produce the error. So you can see here the variable x is undeclared. So this is it, guys. This is about the register storage class. Just remember that the variables with the register storage class will be stored in the CPU registers, and when we use the register storage class, the access time required to access that variable will be less and your program will run faster. And also it's a good practice to assign the variables which are repeatedly used with the register storage class. So thank you guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my Facebook page at facebook.com/learninglad, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.